All right, so what's your name and what do you do here at Ileana?
Yeah, Neil Zandstra. I'm a high school counselor here. I work with students with the last names that start with L through Z.
Cool. What does being the eyes and ears of Christ mean to you?
Yeah, to me, being the eyes and ears of Christ means being on the lookout for things that matter to Christ. If a student is alone or isolated, those things tend to be more obvious to us if we see somebody sitting alone at lunch, let's say, or at break. But it can also mean things like being aware of your friends, like changes and different struggles that they're going through by being a really good listener and paying attention to what they're talking about or their personality, like if they're withdrawing or if they're just acting different in general. So it's just being very observant of your friend's behavior.
How do you see a need to fill a need here at school?
Yeah, so for me as a counselor, my hope would be that I'm a good listener and encourager, and that I also make students feel comfortable at Ileana, that they really feel like they're part of this community.
For the students, what's a way to tell if someone has a need?
I would say for the students to notice the needs in others would be, to be in tune with your friends. If they are going through something, they might not necessarily say what they're going through. If they're acting if they're withdrawing or if they're acting different to you, that would be an obvious way that you would notice that something's going on in their lives. So just again, what's a way to tell if they have a need? Just be very observant of your friends and their behavior.
Awesome. What's your favorite way to encourage someone?
Yeah, my favorite way tends to be at Ileana, at least taking them to the common grounds, buying them donuts in the morning. The main thing is just spending time with people. I think everybody wants their story heard. I think everybody wants to be listened to, and so hopefully I can provide a place for that.
Food and fellowship's a big deal.
Yeah.
Mental health can be a big problem under the stress of high school. What do you recommend for someone struggling? What can a student do to help a friend struggling?
Obviously as a school counselor here, I love that you would feel comfortable talking with me or Mrs. Bennis. We're trained professional counselors that we can help you. I would also say that, we can assess things that if we would think that you would need additional help, we can recommend therapists. Maybe we can even help you talk to your parents about things in your life that are maybe hard to talk about. So yeah, I would say, let's see, what can a student do to help a friend struggling as well? So a student, if your friend is going through a hard time, you can listen to them. You can go over to their house, bring them coffee, bring them dinner, just literally sit next to them on the couch and don't say anything. Sometimes that's the best way to help somebody, just by being in their presence. But if it's beyond you and you think you need an adult to step in, you can start with a teacher, you can start with us, talk to their parents. But yeah, do something. Don't just let your friend who's hurting or going through something, don't ignore it. Yeah.
Is there anything more you'd like to tell us on this topic?
Make sure that your friends are healthy by talking to them, by encouraging them to see, like I said earlier, adults, talk to their parents, but don't ignore it. Don't ignore that mental health is a very important thing to think about. And again, as Christians, we are here for each other. We're part of this bigger community, and we want each other to feel that, to know that they are loved and cared for. So yeah, make sure that you take care of one another.